There is a moment at night when everything around you becomes quiet. But inside your mind, the noise only grows louder. You lie down, close your eyes, and instead of rest, thoughts begin to rise one after another. Conversations replay. Worries about tomorrow take shape. Small concerns suddenly feel heavy. And in that silence, your mind refuses to slow down. This is not just tiredness. This is where your soul begins to surface. Right now, in this exact moment, you are not alone in what you feel. Many arrive here carrying the same invisible tension, the same mental weight that does not turn off when the lights go out. But this moment, as uncomfortable as it feels, is also deeply spiritual. It is the point where your defenses are lowered, where your heart is more open, and where God draws near in a quiet and personal way. You do not need to fix your thoughts before coming into His presence. You do not need to silence your mind on your own. God meets you here, in the middle of the noise, not after it disappears. So do not resist this moment. Stay here. Breathe slowly. Let every restless thought lose its urgency, because what you are about to experience will not come from your effort, but from His presence. And as we move forward, you will begin to notice something shifting within you. The same mind that feels overwhelmed now will start to settle, not by force, but by surrender. There are things you carried into this night that no one else can see, moments from today that stayed with you, words that lingered longer than they should, feelings you pushed aside just to keep going. And now, in the stillness, everything you ignored begins to surface. This weight is subtle, but it is real. It sits in your chest, in your thoughts, in the way your mind keeps searching for answers it cannot find right now. You try to rest, but something inside you remains alert, as if it is still holding on to what happened hours ago. Listen carefully. You are not meant to carry all of this into your rest. There is a difference between ending your day and releasing your day. Right now, your body is lying down, but your soul is still holding on, and that is why peace feels distant. Bring to your awareness what you are still carrying, not to analyze it, not to solve it, but simply to recognize it. The tension, the worry, the pressure to have everything figured out. Now gently, without force, begin to let it go. Not because everything is resolved, but because you were never meant to resolve everything alone. God is not asking you to explain your burden. He is inviting you to release it. And as you begin to loosen your grip, even slightly, you will feel space opening inside you. Space where peace can finally begin to enter. Stay here. Do not rush this, because what you release in this moment prepares your heart for what comes next. You might think that to feel God, you need to be calm first, that you need to quiet your thoughts, steady your emotions, and somehow prepare yourself to meet Him. But that is not how He comes. God is present right now, in the middle of your restlessness. He is not waiting for your mind to settle before drawing near. He is not distant because your thoughts are scattered. In fact, this is where He meets you most gently, when you are aware that you cannot calm yourself on your own. Think about this. If peace depended on your ability to control your mind, you would never fully rest. But peace does not begin with control. It begins with presence. His presence. Right now, without changing anything, become aware that He is here. Not as an idea, not as a distant hope, but as a real and quiet nearness surrounding you. You do not have to reach for Him. You only need to stop resisting the stillness where He already is. Let your thoughts slow down, not because you are forcing them, but because you are no longer alone with them. There is someone greater holding this moment with you. And as you stay here, something subtle begins to shift. The pressure to fix everything fades. The urgency softens. Your mind starts to realize it does not need to carry this night by itself. Stay in this awareness. Because what comes next will help you break the patterns that keep pulling your mind back into noise. There is a pattern your mind follows at night. It begins with one thought, then quickly connects to another, and before you realize it, you are trapped in a loop that keeps repeating itself. The same concerns, the same questions, the same imagined outcomes. It feels automatic, almost uncontrollable. But this cycle is not stronger than your spirit. What keeps this pattern alive is not the thoughts themselves, but the attention you give them. Each time you follow a thought to its end, your mind learns to continue the cycle. And the more you try to fight it, the more persistent it becomes. So do not fight your thoughts. Shift your focus. Right now, notice a thought as it appears. Do not chase it. Do not complete it. Let it pass without giving it meaning. This is where your authority begins. Not in controlling what appears, but in deciding what you engage with. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. And in this moment, invite God into this space, not to remove every thought instantly, but to change your position in relation to them. His presence creates distance between you and the noise. As that distance grows, the cycle weakens. What once felt overwhelming begins to lose its intensity. The thoughts come, but they no longer hold you. Stay here. Let your mind slow down without pressure. Because what you are about to enter next is not a place you arrive at physically, but a place you step into spiritually. What you are about to enter is not a physical place. It is not somewhere far from where you are right now. It is a shift that happens within you. Psalm 91 verse 1 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." This is not about moving your body. It is about positioning your soul. The secret place is where your thoughts stop leading and trust begins to take over. Right now, you are stepping into it, not by effort, but by surrender. As you release the need to control every thought, every outcome, every fear, you begin to dwell under something greater than your understanding. Feel this shift. You are no longer exposed to everything your mind creates. You are covered, not partially, but completely. The noise that once surrounded you does not have the same access here. The weight you were carrying does not follow you in the same way. Because in this place, you are not depending on your strength to find peace. You are resting under God's presence. Stay here. Let this awareness settle deeper, because what happens next will protect not just your surroundings, but the very place where your thoughts are formed. Before your body finds rest, your mind must feel safe. Many try to sleep while their thoughts are still unguarded, still open to every fear, every memory, every imagined scenario. But true rest does not begin when your eyes close. It begins when your mind is no longer exposed. Right now, this is where the covering begins. Psalm 91 speaks of protection, but understand this clearly. The first place God brings His covering is not around you, but within you. Your thoughts are the gateway to your peace. And tonight, that gateway is no longer unprotected. Every anxious thought that tries to enter does not belong here. Every fear that tries to take shape loses its authority in this moment. Not because you are stronger, but because you are no longer alone in your mind. Let this settle in you. Your mind is not a place of chaos anymore. It is a place being guarded. As you remain here, allow your thoughts to slow, not by force, but by safety. When the mind feels protected, it no longer needs to stay alert. Stay in this covering, because what comes next is where fear itself begins to lose its voice completely. There is a kind of silence that is not empty. It is full, steady, and present. It is the silence where fear cannot speak the same way anymore. Until now, fear has been loud. It has tried to define what might happen, to convince you that you need to stay alert, to keep your mind active. But fear depends on noise. It grows when your thoughts keep moving, when your attention keeps feeding it. Right now, that is changing. As your mind becomes still, fear begins to lose its ground, not because it disappears instantly, but because it no longer finds space to expand. The silence you are entering is not weakness, it is authority. Psalm 23 verse 4 says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." This is the kind of silence you are stepping into. A silence that exists even in the presence of what once caused fear. Feel this shift. You are no longer reacting to every thought. You are no longer pulled by every feeling. There is a calm forming, deeper than the surface of your mind. Stay in this stillness. Let it settle around you and within you. Because what comes next will remind you that even what you cannot see is already under God's control. There are things your eyes cannot detect, thoughts you cannot predict, and moments you cannot control. This is where fear usually tries to return, in the unknown, in what has not happened, in what might be. But listen carefully. God's protection is not limited to what you can see. Psalm 91 speaks of dangers that come in darkness, of arrows that fly by day, of threats that move unseen. And yet it declares that none of these will reach you when you are under His covering. This means your safety is not dependent on your awareness. It is secured by His presence. Right now, as you lie here, there is more happening than you realize. There is a protection surrounding you that does not sleep, that does not weaken, that does not overlook anything. You do not need to stay alert to remain safe. You do not need to anticipate every possibility. God is already ahead of what you cannot foresee. Let this truth settle deeply within you. The unknown is no longer something you need to fear. It is something already held in God's hands. As this understanding takes root, your mind no longer needs to reach into the future searching for control. It can rest in the assurance that nothing escapes His care. Stay here, because what comes next will guide you into releasing control without losing the peace you are beginning to feel. There is a part of you that still wants to hold on, not because you desire stress, but because you believe that if you keep thinking, keep planning, keep anticipating, you might prevent something from going wrong. But control is not what brings you peace. It is what keeps your mind awake. Right now, you are being invited into something deeper than control. You are being invited into trust. Releasing control does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop carrying what was never yours to carry alone. It means you allow God to take the place you have been trying to fill with your own strength. Feel this moment. You do not need to solve tomorrow tonight. You do not need to prepare for every possibility before you rest. What needs your attention will come in its proper time. But this moment is not for holding on. It is for letting go. Gently loosen your grip. Not all at once, but enough to feel the shift. Enough to realize that peace does not disappear when control is released. It actually begins to grow. God is not asking you to manage the night. He is asking you to trust Him with it. And as you release what you cannot control, something within you begins to settle more deeply. The tension softens. The need to stay alert fades. Stay in this surrender. Because what comes next will show you that even in your most vulnerable state, you are being watched over with care. There is something deeply vulnerable about sleep. It is the moment when you let go completely, when you are no longer aware, no longer in control, no longer guarding yourself. And yet, this is exactly where God's care becomes even more evident. Psalm 23 verse 1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." A shepherd does not rest when the sheep sleep. He watches. He guards. He remains attentive through the night. This means that as you begin to drift into rest, you are not left unprotected. You are being watched over with intention and care. Nothing escapes His attention. Nothing moves without His awareness. You do not need to stay alert to remain safe. The responsibility is not yours in this moment. Let this truth settle deeply within you. You are not alone in the night. You are not exposed in your vulnerability. You are under the watch of a shepherd who does not fail, who does not overlook, who does not sleep. Allow yourself to rest in that, not just physically, but internally. Let your mind release the need to monitor everything. Let your body follow, because what comes next will help you understand that rest itself is not weakness, but a powerful expression of trust. There is a belief, often unspoken, that rest is a form of letting your guard down too much. That if you truly relax, something might slip through, something might go wrong. So your mind stays partially awake, even when your body is tired. But rest is not weakness. It is trust in its purest form. To sleep is to declare, without words, that you are no longer relying on your own strength to sustain everything. It is a quiet decision that says, God, you are in control, even when I am not aware. This is not passivity. This is faith in action. Right now, you are being invited to rest without resistance. Not because everything is resolved, but because you trust the one who holds what is unresolved. Psalm 23 speaks of being led beside still waters and having your soul restored. Restoration does not happen when you are striving. It happens when you allow yourself to be led, when you stop trying to guide everything on your own. Feel this shift within you. You are not giving up control out of fear. You are releasing it out of trust. Let your body become heavier. Let your breathing slow naturally. Let your mind accept that it does not need to remain on guard. Because what comes next will reach even deeper, touching the thoughts that keep returning and gently bringing them into a place of healing. There are thoughts that do not come just once. They return. Night after night, they revisit the same places in your mind, bringing the same emotions with them. Questions without answers, memories that still carry weight, fears that feel unfinished. These thoughts are not random. They are signals of something within you that has not yet found rest. But tonight, you are not here to relive them. You are here to heal them. Instead of pushing these thoughts away, notice them with calm awareness. Not to analyze, not to reopen what hurts, but to stop running from what keeps returning. Because what is faced in God's presence begins to lose its power. Bring that recurring thought gently before Him, without explanation, without trying to fix it. Just place it there. God does not rush healing. He restores quietly, deeply, in ways that your mind cannot force. As you do this, something begins to change. The emotional charge weakens. The urgency fades. What once felt overwhelming becomes lighter, not because it disappeared, but because it is no longer yours to carry alone. Stay here. Let this healing continue without pressure, because what comes next will guide you into releasing what does not need to be resolved tonight. There are things your mind keeps returning to because it wants closure. Situations that feel incomplete, questions that demand answers, problems that seem urgent. And so your thoughts keep working, trying to reach a solution before you allow yourself to rest. But not everything is meant to be resolved tonight. Some answers require time. Some situations are not in your control. And some things are not yours to fix at all. Yet your mind holds on to them as if rest must wait until everything is settled. That is not how peace comes. Peace begins when you accept that this moment is not for solving, but for surrendering. Right now, take what remains unresolved and place it in God's hands, not as a temporary escape, but as a real release. You are not ignoring it. You are trusting that it will be handled in the right time, in the right way. Feel the difference. When you stop trying to complete everything tonight, your mind no longer needs to stay active. The pressure begins to lift. The urgency fades. You are allowed to rest without having all the answers. Stay in this release. Let it go deeper. Because what comes next is where your soul begins to slow down in a way that you can finally feel. There comes a moment when something inside you begins to quiet in a deeper way. Not just your thoughts, but your whole inner rhythm starts to slow. The tension that once felt constant begins to loosen, and you realize you are no longer holding everything so tightly. This is not something you forced, it is something you allowed. Your breathing becomes more steady, your body feels heavier, more supported, and your mind, which once moved quickly from one thought to another, now begins to rest between thoughts. This is where your soul starts to catch up with your body. For so long, your body has been trying to rest while your soul remained active. But now they are aligning. The inner urgency fades. The need to respond to every thought disappears. Psalm 23 speaks of still waters, of a place where the soul is restored. This is that moment. Not distant, not symbolic, but present and real within you right now. Stay here. Do not rush past this. Let this slowing continue naturally. Let your mind remain in this softened state, because what comes next will deepen this experience even further, bringing a quiet restoration to parts of you that have been carrying more than you realized. Now that your soul has begun to slow, something deeper starts to take place. Restoration does not arrive with intensity. It comes quietly, almost unnoticed at first, as if something within you is being carefully put back into place. There are parts of you that have been stretched, pressured, and drained throughout the day. Emotions you managed, decisions you carried, moments that demanded more from you than you realized. And even when the day ended, those internal movements did not fully stop, but right now they are being restored. Psalm 23 verse 3 says, "He restores my soul." This is not something you achieve. It is something God does while you remain still. Feel this gently happening within you. The areas that felt tense begin to soften. The emotional weight that lingered begins to dissolve. Your inner state becomes more balanced, more at ease. You do not need to understand how this restoration works. You only need to stay in this position of rest and trust. Let your mind remain quiet. Let your body stay relaxed. Let your soul receive what it could not create on its own, because what comes next will establish a deeper sense of safety, removing any remaining trace of fear from this night. This is the moment where fear no longer has permission to remain. Up until now, your mind has been settling, your soul has been restoring, but now something stronger is established. This night is not left open to disturbance. It is being defined with clarity and authority. Fear does not belong here. Anxiety has no place to settle. Any thought that tries to rise against your peace is not allowed to stay. Psalm 91 speaks of protection that covers every part of the night. It declares that you will not fear the terror of the night, nor anything that moves in darkness. This is not a distant promise. This is something that applies to you right now. Let this become real within you. This is not just a calm moment. This is a protected space. Nothing will interrupt your rest. No hidden fear will take shape. No disturbance will gain access to your mind or your peace. You are not hoping for a peaceful night. You are stepping into one that is already secured. Feel the certainty of that. Let it remove any remaining tension, any subtle alertness still present within you. Because what comes next will deepen this even further, reminding you that you are not just protected, but held with care through every moment of the night. There is a difference between being protected and being held. Protection removes danger. Being held removes fear. Right now, you are not just in a safe place. You are in the presence of a God who stays close, who does not step back when the night comes, who does not leave you to face the darkness alone. Darkness often makes things feel uncertain. It removes visibility. It creates a sense of distance. But God's presence does not depend on what you can see. It remains constant, steady and near. Imagine this moment clearly. You are not drifting into sleep by yourself. You are being carried into rest, supported, watched over, surrounded. There is no space between you and His care. Let this truth settle deeper than your thoughts. You are not holding yourself together tonight. You are being held. As this becomes real within you, the last traces of tension begin to fade. Your body no longer feels the need to stay alert. Your mind no longer searches for reassurance. Stay here. Let yourself rest in this closeness, because what comes next will replace any remaining anxiety with a quiet and steady confidence that will carry you into sleep. What once felt uncertain is no longer unstable within you. There is a calm forming now that does not depend on circumstances, does not depend on answers, does not depend on what tomorrow will bring. It is a quiet confidence, steady and grounded, growing from the inside. Anxiety once tried to prepare you for everything that could go wrong. It kept your mind alert, searching, anticipating. But now, that need is fading. Not because everything is known, but because you are no longer relying on yourself to hold everything together. God is holding this moment. Feel the difference. Your thoughts are no longer racing ahead. Your body is no longer tense. There is a settled awareness that you are safe, that you are cared for, that nothing is out of place in His presence. This confidence does not need to prove anything. It simply rests. Let it fill the space where anxiety once lived. Let it become the new rhythm of your mind. Slow, steady, certain. You are not trying to feel peace anymore. You are experiencing it. Stay here. Let this confidence deepen without effort, because what comes next will gently lead you into sleep, where this peace continues without interruption under God's protection. You are no longer trying to fall asleep. You are being carried into it. Your body is relaxed, your mind is quiet, and this peace that surrounds you is no longer fragile. It is steady, held in place by something greater than your own awareness. There is nothing left for you to manage, nothing left for you to resolve. The night does not depend on your effort anymore. Psalm 91 speaks of resting under the shadow of the Almighty, of being covered in a way that requires no striving. This is where you are now, not approaching it, but already within it. Let your breathing become even softer. Let each breath take you deeper into rest. You do not need to hold on to any thought. You do not need to stay aware. God remains present even as your awareness fades. You are safe as you drift. You are covered as you let go. You are protected in every moment that follows. Allow yourself to sink into this rest completely. No resistance, no hesitation, because what comes next will seal this night with a certainty that will remain with you even as you wake. This night is already defined, not by what happened today, not by what you felt hours ago, not by what your mind once tried to carry. This night is defined by peace, by protection, and by the presence of God that remains with you through every moment. You will sleep in peace. Your mind will not return to chaos. Your body will not remain tense. Your rest will be deep, uninterrupted, and restoring. Every part of you that was tired will be renewed. Psalm 4 verse 8 says, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." This is not something distant. This is what is happening now. As you continue to drift, nothing will disturb you. No fear will rise, no anxiety will return. You are covered, watched over, and sustained through the entire night. And when morning comes, you will wake differently, lighter, clearer, stronger. Not because everything changed around you, but because something was restored within you. Stay in this peace. Let it carry you fully into sleep.